Today we are talking about empowering education system in India, and we have got Professor Satinder Dhiman with us from the Woodbury University, Burbank, California. Hearty welcome, Professor Saab, once again.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure to have you, and wishing you and all our viewers and audience world over a very happy new year once again. We were talking in the last episode the relevance of Bhagavad Gita, particularly in the education system, management system, life management skill system, all that. Now today, in the last episode, the 10th episode of the education empowerment in India, would you be kind enough to give me one finale today? Because tomorrow then we would be moving to the next subject. But today I wish to have from you how Bhagavad Gita can have a direct relevance and reference to the life management as far as our educators, our teachers, our trainers, our youth, and everybody whosoever is a part of the education system.
Sure. I will like to comment that the fundamental thing about teaching and also training the teacher, so to speak, is inculcating certain fundamental values, proper values which are not values only relevant in India, values only relevant in one part of the world, values which are what I call universally cherished, something which everybody will cherish. For example, there is a value called harmlessness. There is a value called non-stealing. These are the values which nobody wants to be harmed. And everybody wants that their appropriate stature should be respected. Bhagavad Gita, in a very detailed manner, talks about certain values which are very important if we want to have a society of contributing people, a society of understanding people, a society of wise people. So Bhagavad Gita goes very far in building a society in which people have not only peace of mind, and because they have peace of mind, there will be peace in the world. Because you can't have peace in the world. Now, in the world, big problem is there is an atmosphere of small wars here, small war over there. Terrorism is also there. Bhagavad Gita has a methodology that we should be looking at each other as people who are something that are part of our culture. And not only our culture, but human beings. Not only human beings, but all beings. There is a very beautiful phrase in Bhagavad Gita, comes twice in Bhagavad Gita. It is called Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata. That a human being should be such which is devoted to the well-being of everybody. Bahujan Hitai, Bahujan Sukhai. That expression, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata, that every person should take it upon oneself that I have to, you see, ultimately what is life? Life is about touching other lives. Life is about helping other people. Life is about reaching out. All of these things are captured very beautifully in this single phrase. Sarv, all, Bhuta, creators, creation, Rata, beings, creation, all people's welfare, all creation's welfare, you should be devoted to that. If our teachers can understand that, in the context of education, that will mean having a caring attitude for the student. That will mean understanding where a student is coming from, appreciating their needs, their uniqueness. So Bhagavad Gita, I earlier quoted a phrase, Udharet Atmana Atmanam. That, one of the problems that I feel these days in youth, for example, as a learner, is lack of confidence. They lack basic confidence about certain things. Bhagavad Gita says that yourself, your Atma, is your greatest friend and also your greatest enemy. If somebody's mind is not under control, mind becomes an enemy. If your mind is under your control, then your mind is friend. Bhagavad Gita also talks about mind control in a very positive manner. So if you take a good view of all these skills, it becomes a life management manual, which will help teachers to understand their life better first, and then help their learners learn to how to live that life themselves. So that's how I could make the connection.
So at the school level and at the higher education level, these two parts if I am taking, how do I bring in the component of Bhagavad Gita where basically, people should not feel that I'm bringing it from the religious point of view.
Sure.
Rather, in the direct context of the education, I'm bringing it over there.
Sure.
Where they can draw the direct inferences, imprints,
Sure.
and everything related to empowering educators.
Sure.
Would you like to sum up that?
Right. I will give you one quick example. Now, we earlier said that everybody does actions. There is nobody who does not perform any action. Every day we perform action, right? Bhagavad Gita says, perform your action, do your duty with a different mindset. What is the mindset? It is called Nishkam Karma, selfless service. So if our attitude about life, about work is that I'm coming to work, I am serving my organization. I am serving the humanity. But in that serving, I don't have any selfish motive. I'm doing it in a Nishkam Karma way. So this particular point, which Mahatma Gandhi ji also picked up, and he called it Anasakti Yoga, it's a very, very important point. Just imagine if all people in the world, regardless of their religious background, they pick up this simple point that my life is an offering to the universe, as I said earlier. And all the work I'm performing, I am performing with Seva Bhav. Remember? And also, I was in a monastery for last 4 or 5 days. In that monastery, I picked up a very beautiful phrase. And I said to myself, promised to myself, that during 2018, that will be my resolution. To live that phrase. Very beautiful. It says in Hindi, Bhav Barabar Kalyan. That your welfare in life will be according to your bhav. Jaisi rahi bhavna, jinki rahi bhavna, jaisi Prabhu murti tin dekhi taisi. So Bhagavad Gita says, take your work with a different bhav, with a different attitude, with different sentiment. What is the sentiment? Service. That I am here to serve. In the world, the most important present day style of leadership is servant leadership. The excellent example of servant leadership is found in Bhagavad Gita, because Lord Krishna says, do your work as a service to me. Do your work as a service to the Lord of the creation. And when you do that, aap sukhi, since I'm from Punjab, as you know, I would like to end on a Punjabi quote from Guru Bani. If you do that, then lok sukhi, parlok suhele, nanak har prabape mele. Then this life will be happy, the other life will be happy, and then you will be able to attain God realization in this very lifetime. What else do you want? This is the total philosophy about life. This world is peaceful, and the world later on is also peaceful. Lok sukhi, parlok suhele, nanak har prabape mele.
Thank you very much, Professor. You have summed it up so well. I wish to share with our viewers that today, we conclude the first part of our series where we have discussed the Indian education system in 10 different parts, in 10 different episodes with Professor Satinder Dhiman, who has come all the way from the United States to empower the Indian education system, to help us how we can perform better. And we can perform better only when we follow certain ethos, certain philosophies, and certain management parameters which are based on culture, which are based on social ethos. And at the same time, he has also given, and he has quoted some Western leaders, some Indian leaders, and others. Now, the summing up of this entire 10 episodes which comes to my mind is that if we empower India's education system, then we would be empowering the humanity.
Right. I would like to end with the Urdu couplet.
Yes,
Urdu shairi is very close to my heart.
Yes.
And it captures the spirit of Karma Yoga in a very beautiful way.
Okay.
And it will be a nice finale, as you mentioned. And that is, Zindagi ka kirdar nibhao kuch is shiddat se.
जिंदगी का किरदार निभाओ कुछ इस शिद्दत से
कि पर्दा गिरने के बाद भी तालियां बजती रहें.
Wow, that's great.
पर्दा गिरने के बाद भी तालियां
That's
बजती
great.
रहें.
That means to say that after this episode, and particularly the first project, the first program, the first series of 10 episodes gets over today, where we have tried to empower the Indian education system, Indian educators, Indian youth, And you have also talked about the beautiful relevance of today's modern technology with education system. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure that you all are going to enjoy these 10 episodes. Try and subscribe our channel on the youtube.com/gsmotivator. At the same time, I would also request you like us, follow us, or comment on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram when you go through. And while giving our salutations and our regards to Professor Satinder Dhiman for being with us in the studio, having the 10 episode conclusion coming up today on the 3rd of January 2018. And the voice should reach all the way to the Woodbury University, Burbank, California, and they all should feel very happy that Professor Satinder Dhiman, even during his holidays and leisure, he is dedicating and devoting the time towards empowering the education system globally.
Thanks for
Thank you, Professor Sir.
I feel
Thank you
honored and privileged to have this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your 2018 and let's empower the Indian education system the best possible way.